G'day all, Luke here again. Well, it's that time of year again. Things are starting to heat up and the big predators are coming out to play. So I decided to spend the last couple of weeks getting around some of the creeks up here in Bundaberg and chasing the almighty mangrove jack. I've had a lot of success and also a lot of failure. Probably more failure than success, but that's the way it goes when you're jack fishing. But sit back, relax and enjoy watching me catch a few, miss a few, and hopefully give you a few tips to catch your own. Anyway, enjoy. Big stinger. Get out of there. That is a fish on, and he's taking me under a goddamn snag. Oh, yep, definitely a fish on. Yep. Jackie. Woo. Nice. Not a bad one. Z-Man 4-inch Swimmer Z paddle tail. Yeah. You got a little wound on you, don't you? Lovely little jack. Yep. Oh, no! No! Oh, and again! God damn. Right, so I want to give you a bit of a rundown on the gear and how to rig up. Obviously we've got our 1 to 3 kilo BRB combo. It's available only from Dragon Kayak and Bundaberg Kayak and Adventure Outlet. $99 the combo is going to set you back, that's rod and reel. They're a good little lure flicking outfit. Great for this sort of work. And they're not too expensive, so they're not going to break the bank, but they'll handle some pretty heavy fish. And they've also got the sensitivity to feel every little twitch and bump on the end of the lure. So it's a good starting point. any nice little light graphite rod and a smooth spin reel is going to do the job for you. I'm currently running Daiwa J-braid, 20 pound. I've only just started using this stuff. It's pretty good. I'm used to using the Sunline, which I highly rate the Sunline, and this stuff is just as good. I wouldn't say better, but just as good. Feels beautiful, has a nice coating over the outside, it's a nice tight braid, so it's been doing the job pretty well so far. I'm running 15 pound black magic leader. It's the tough fluorocarbon. It's got the abrasion resistance, so if the jack gets you down to the snags, you've got some hope of getting it back up, but as a lot of people will know, running 15 pound is playing with fire. Usually guys run 30 pound, 40 pound and still get busted off, so we've even heard stories of guys running 80 pound, bloody whippersnipper cable, and still getting busted off on it. But the 15 does the job for me, so that's what I'm going to stick with. As usual, TT and Z-Man. We're running the Snake Lock Z jig heads. These are a 3/8 ounce with a 4.0 XH hook. Plenty of weight to get that tail moving on the paddle tail. Great for snaggy areas like this. You can see along the bank here, it's just nothing but mangrove roots. Underneath the water there's dead mangroves, there's rocks, there's tree stumps, there's all sorts of stuff to get hung up on. And even using these guys, you're still going to get snagged. So yeah, anything that you can do to reduce the amount of snags you're getting is going to be a benefit. We've got the 4-inch Z-Man swimmers, the big massive paddle tails. They do make these in a bigger size, but I like the 4-inch, and we're going with opening night colour today. It's a colour I haven't tried. Nice white bait fish colour. It's got some glitter in there, so it's going to throw some light out in the water, a bit of sparkle, a bit of flash, which ought to attract any predators. And I don't know if you can see, but these have got a UV coating. It's almost a purple tinge in the light, so they're really going to change colour a lot when they go underwater. They'll really stand out, and hopefully today they're going to catch us a few fish. We'll run you through how to rig up. So we've got our 20 pound braid, got a good length of 15 pound leader here. This is about a metre and a half of 15 pound leader. So we want to cross over the two ends of the line, bring them together like that. Bit of moisture on the line. It's going to help keep the two strands together. Right. So starting at the leader end, we keep about an inch or two free there and create a loop. Pretty simple. Put it over the top, create a loop, pinch it off on your thumb like that. Now with the end that has the braid tag, you want to take both the braid and the leader around the back and through the loop you've created. Just like that. Run it all the way through and then repeat that process another 4 times. So you got 5 turns total. That's 2, 3, 4, 1 more makes 5. Trying to keep it all nice and even. That's what you're going to end up with there. Now all you got to do is grab both ends and pull it together nice and evenly, trying to pull all 4 strands at the same time. Pulling down nice and tight. And there you go. Now, not grabbing your tag ends, but just the 2 bits of main line, your braid and your leader. Did that not a test. Make sure she's not going to snap on you the first time a fish grabs it. And it's just a matter of trimming off your tag ends. once you've trimmed your tags, just give it another test. Sometimes trimming can do damage to the knot if you're not careful, and just testing it again after you trim it, just make sure. That's a good braid to leader knot there. Get down to the end of our leader and we want to tie on our jig head. Right, so with these guys, the hook and the weight are just clipped together. So you can just turn that hook around and just put downward pressure, roll it under, and off she comes. Simple as that. We can tie the weight on. Obviously that's where the weight joins on. Now, because of the design of these snake locks, you can just do your straight up fisherman's knot onto the end there, but I'm obsessed with loop knots, and while I'm at it I might as well show you how to do one. So we'll take the end of your leader, do a granny's knot. Everybody knows how to do one of them. Pull it down, not all the way, and then you can thread your lure, your hook, whatever you're putting on, onto the end. So you're left with that. Your tag then goes back through the granny's knot that you created. There you go. And at that point, you can adjust how big you want your loop. You can, depending on how much slack you've got, you can make it bigger or smaller. Don't need much of a loop in this one, so we'll just tighten him down there. And again, you don't want to go all the way tight, just a little bit tighter with that granny's knot. So from there, you're going to do 3 twists or 4 twists, and then run your tag end back through the granny's knot again. So there you go, and then pulling on the first knot and then pull down on the tag end. And test and break. This is why we test, very important. So we'll quickly do another one of them. Granny's knot, thread your lure on, back through the middle, adjust, tighten, twist, and back through the middle again. Tighten, pull down, and test the whole lot. There we go. That's done. Trim off your tag. Test again. Looking pretty good there. It's cutting into my fingers. So there you go. At 15 pound, you can cut into your fingers before you will snap the knot. So that's a good indicator. If you're breaking the knot and it's not putting enough pressure to cut into your fingers, then you're not doing your knots right. You need to keep practicing. So from here, we can rig on our paddle tail. And it actually shows you on the back of this one your different rigging options. That one there in the middle is pretty much how we're going to go, except we're going to have the weight on the front as well. So just like it shows you in the picture there, we want it to end up something like that. So we need to come up through the chin and just make a little hole there. Use the hook point to do that. Middle of the chin, out through the middle of the mouth. And pull that one back through. And then try and jam the eyelet end up in the same hole you just created. With a little bit of luck, it'll go straight through. If not, you can push it through as far as you can get it. There's a very thin coating of plastic there. Just give it a scratch with the end of your nail on the end of the line. That should break the plastic and pop through. That's the chin in. Now you measure up on the bait where your hook's going to come through it. So obviously where it goes straight through the body there. Mark that with your thumb, and you roll him over, and underneath there's a big slit up the guts there. So basically just get to where your thumb is in that slit and try and poke him straight up through the middle so that it comes out dead center of the back. Just like that. Simple as. Now to make it extra snag proof, you can pull the body forward and just bury that tip of the hook in there like that, and you're set and ready to go. So we clip him back onto the weight. There is a right and a wrong way to clip these weights back on. Obviously, the way that's shaped, you want to be pulling upward motion, so that loop has to be at the top. You can see they're sort of shaped like that. So you've got to make sure that once your weight goes on, up is up and down is down, if that makes sense. It has to go like that. So just push him on, and again, grab the hook. Don't grab the plastic when you're putting your weight back on, because you have to use a fair bit of pressure to get it on, and you don't want to tear your plastic. Even though these Z-Mans are tough, they will still tear eventually. So we'll just roll him back on. And see, that's upside down. So I've got that the wrong way. Take him back off again. And go that way. Okay, so we're right way up now. All clipped on, we're rigged up, pretty straight, should swim nicely. Ready to get out there and throw it at some snags and try and find some redfish. Alright, let's get into it. Jackie. It's a really light one, that one. Beautiful. Love their eyes, look at that. Beautiful. Yep. Oh, yep. Yep. Oh, no. Dropped it. Ah. crap. Woo. Oh yeah, nice fish. Nice fish. Woo. On the scucks too. Mad little softies. Yeah. Nice. Woohoo. Come here, big fella. Unlike that net. Come here, buddy. Yes! Yeah! Oh, solid. Oh. Wasn't getting any action on the big paddle tail, so I switched over to a little Cast King Scucks prawn imitation soft plastic, and bammo. That's a nice jack. You can go 40, easy 40. Hey, big fella. Whoop. Right out. Don't want to hurt you. Yeah, nice. Beautiful fish. Look at that. On the scucks. Can't get enough of these little soft plastics. Beautiful fish. Alright. Let's get that hook out of here. We'll get a quick measure and then back in the water. Whew. Little scucks. He's even bent the, look at that. Bent the jig head. Beast of a fish. Alright. Some water up on the measurer. Oh yeah. Oop. Little. Yeah. 42, 43. Yep, 43 centimetre. What a beautiful fish. Look at that. Lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. That beautiful, beautiful fish. Ew. Little Jackie. Little Jackie on the scucks. Woo, settle. Beautiful little fish. Look at that. Ooh, gone. Yep. Woo. Oh, that one almost had me. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, love that feeling. He's a good one too. Oh, he dropped it. Oh no. Oh, that's the way it goes.